Hi everyone, you've tuned into the Bearded Bushy. Now, as a lot of you probably know, there's an incident that happened recently where FriendlyJordies producer Kristo was arrested by an anti-terrorism squad called the Fixated Persons Unit, and because of supposedly stalking John Barilaro, who is the New South Wales Deputy Premier. Now, I'd like to start off saying that the following is purely based on my own opinion and based off information provided by media outlets and other YouTubers, such as FriendlyJordies' own channel, John Cadogan's Auto Expert channel, because he's made a statement about this himself, which is fantastic. I'll provide links to both of those in the comments, in the description. And I'd also like to apologise, this being low quality, but it's my first video, so see how it goes. But this is something that I thought needs to be discussed, and a lot of people need to get this out there. Now, while I don't agree with many things that FriendlyJordies says, particularly when it comes to politically, because he's very pro-ALP, and I'm a former Liberal I'm a former member of the Victorian Liberal Party, and he calls out the corruption of Liberals, Nationals, and he's also called out the corruption of the Greens in the past. But I do agree that he has a right to say what he has said. Now, FriendlyJordies has made a few videos mocking John Barilaro, including ones where he refers to him as Bruz and Super Barilaro Bruz, and there are many others that he's said as well. There's many incidences where he uses stereotypical Italian or Greek or Lebanese Australian accent, along with others calling out alleged corruption by Barilaro. And I say alleged corruption as I don't know whether or not these are true or entirely true at least. So, but following how John Barilaro has behaved, there may be some facts to it and they probably should be investigated. Now, with how John Barilaro has behaved, freedom of speech is being threatened, which is one of our fundamental freedoms here in Australia. And this is particularly against Kristo, a FriendlyJordies producer, which from what I've seen from the video that I'm from Geordie, which I'll put in the description, and is titled Arrested, it shows that there was a few lies told by whoever reported on John Barilaro's behalf if it wasn't John Barilaro himself. But it seems he clearly lied to police in what Kristo had done in order to get the Fixated Persons Unit, which is an anti-terrorism unit set up apparently it was 3 weeks after the Lynch siege, which happened in Sydney, across the road from the Channel 7 studios in Martin Place. And it seems that it was wrongfully used because of it. And now this Fixated Persons Unit, they're meant to deal with people who are lone wolf terrorists in order to prevent that sort of thing happening. Now, this arrest was followed up with an apprehended violence order placed against Kristo. Now, there was no violence or harassment committed on Kristo's part from what I saw and from what I've heard. Kristo was reportedly, in fact, doing his job and attempted to give John Barilaro a chance to rectify a mistake that was made on the defamation documents. These documents actually had the wrong address put on them for John Barilaro, as it included the Parliament House in Canberra, and which is not a workplace for John Barilaro, and it's not his residence. And so this mistake would actually make it so that his defamation case will be thrown out of court. There'll be no case to answer there. Now, many other YouTubers have made videos regarding this incident. Like I've already mentioned John Cadogan. There's also Lewis Spears, Count Dankula, who's somebody who FriendlyJordies has made fun of in the past. And Count Dankula's video on it, it's on his second channel, it's not on his main channel. It is quite good as well. Isaac Butterfield, Neil Colhatkar, and there are many others as well. And I've watched, if not all of them, I've watched most. And so they're actually helping with me seeing this. And I think everyone with a YouTube channel in Australia should do a video on this and speak out against what's going on. All of those that I have watched have expressed their support for Jordan, Kristo, and the rest of those who work for FriendlyJordies, because he does have a small staff. As I mentioned, John Barilaro has lodged a defamation case against FriendlyJordies, and while that's fair enough, and we'll see how that goes in court, I'll be keeping an ear out to see what happens there. Kristo's arrest by the anti-terrorist unit and the heavy-handed tactics taken by a certain member of this particular unit, as seen in the FriendlyJordies YouTube video, which I've already said the name of. It's called Arrested. And that video in particular is the best source of information regarding the incident, as that incident it's there pretty much in full from when they knocked on the door. And John Cadogan is also in New South Wales, so I'm leaving it, and his point of view is and his video is quite informative in regards to his view. But this use of the anti-terrorist unit was clearly a misuse of power, and it's something that needs to be stand out, not only in New South Wales or Australia, but everywhere in the world where it's occurring. Freedom of speech, like I said, freedom of speech is one of our fundamental freedoms. Therefore, and particularly against the misuse of power by people in politics, it is a legal right. And so the actions that John Barilaro has taken against FriendlyJordies, and especially these heavy-handed tactics against Kristo in order to try and silence him, are extremely heavy-handed and illegal. Now, no matter what you think about FriendlyJordies, there are people that love him, there are people that hate him. Well, I like his comedy side of things. His comedy side of things is great. I love it. I find them quite amusing. But his political stuff, most of it I don't agree with. But he still has a right to say that. We are allowed to speak to those who are meant to represent us politically, and whether that is in a favourable or unfavourable light, we're allowed to do that. We're allowed to discuss possible crimes these people have committed. Now, that's pretty much all that FriendlyJordies has done. The only thing that could even come close to constituting as harassment is him going to one function dressed up as Luigi, and which, while it was funny, and I enjoyed it, I had a laugh about it, that might have crossed the line somewhat. Now, because these people are making decisions on our behalf, so we're allowed to speak out about them. And because of this, John Barilaro is therefore trying to silence FriendlyJordies in using false reports, the legal action which was actually listed, the defamation suit was mentioned in the media long before FriendlyJordies even got any legal paperwork. Now, and also making false reports to police is also illegal. And it's also completely wrong on a moral standpoint. Now, that's all I've got to say on the matter. Please help get the word out. And you don't have to share this video, but sharing any of the videos around regarding it. And like I said, it doesn't have to be this video. There can be many other There are many other videos out there about it, some which are a lot better than this one. Speaking to your local state member, particularly if you're in New South Wales, where this incident has occurred, to show your disgust. I think that would also help. And just getting out the word that this is deplorable behaviour that John Barilaro is partaking in. Now, thank you for your time. Feel free to like, subscribe, share and comment if you'd like to. Again, look, I'm not your dad, and I'm not a prison warden or anything, so I'm not going to force you to do anything. And enjoy the rest of your day.